Hey there, this is Peyton here again with Profit Daylight with more Elementor videos. And today I'm going to talk about the hamburger menu settings or some of the features you can find under the hamburger menu. There are a lot of things that you can find and tweak underneath the hamburger menu. So let's go into it. Just before that, if you like the content of these videos, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And you can also subscribe to my channel. I will greatly appreciate that, and I will continue posting more videos about Elementor. So let's just go into this video. Let me actually just create a new post here. I'm just going to create a new post, and I'm going to explain what we can find inside the hamburger menu. I'm going to edit it with Elementor, and here we are inside Elementor Page Builder. When it loads up, I'm going to go to my top left corner where I have the hamburger menu. Here, these three lines, that's called hamburger menu. So I have several things underneath the hamburger menu. I have settings that I have navigate from page. Let's cover some of these. The easiest ones, let's go ahead and cover them first. Under navigate from page, it's pretty obvious what this one exit to dashboard will do. I'm just going to do it right now, and it's taking me back to my dashboard, so that's pretty obvious. I'm creating a new post here. I'm going to edit with Elementor. So that is what that option will do for you. If you want to exit, or when you want to exit to the dashboard, just go ahead and go to the hamburger menu and select exit to dashboard. Then there's another option here. It says view page. And that is actually a way for you to see how your page look or how it looks. So going back to the window where we were, we can see that there is another way to view your page. For example, if you come under here, you can select preview changes. It will actually take you to a page where you can view the page as well. So we have covered now two of the elements inside, or two of the sub segments inside the navigate from page, which is under the hamburger menu. Then Finder. Finder is very useful, especially if you have a lot of other pages or posts that you have made with Elementor. For example, let me just go ahead and touch the Finder, and let's see. I don't remember exactly one of the posts that I have, but if let's say I wanted to just go over to organic products, that's just an example, and I don't have to go out completely of the page builder in order to get there. I can just come to the Finder and just type the name of that post, and it will open up here right inside the page builder. So it's loading up here. And as you can see, it's already loaded up here. So that is actually a cool feature. You don't necessarily have to go to the hamburger menu to get the Finder. You can just press and hold down the Control button and hit E, and the Finder will come up, Control and E, and you can type the pages that you want there. So again, let's say, for example, I had a page that was called services. I'm just going to go over to services. I will just press and hold down Control and hit the E as an Edward and just type services here. And it will, I probably wrote it wrong. Let me see, services. You can easily, yep, there you go. You can easily find a services post from there. Just go ahead and touch it, and it will open up that post or that page inside a page builder, and you can continue editing your job from there. Let's just wait until it loads up completely. And there you go. So that is what the Finder is used for. Now let's go back here to the menus. We were looking at the different things we have underneath the hamburger options, the hamburger menu. The next thing we want to see is user preferences. So basically, user preferences has some options. UI theme is going to give me like different color schemes right inside of Elementor. So if it's suitable for you, you can select it. If not, just leave it as is out of the tech. Panel width, you can choose the size of this panel here on the left. Let's say, for example, I wanted it to be 500. I just enter 500 and it just puts that width there. But it's really not too necessary. You know, you can just go ahead and do this and it will shrink or it will open it as you want. So let me just put it back how it was. That is what this panel width is for. And this other option here, editing handles. So let me show you this, for example. I'm going to exit out from here because I don't want to mess up this page. I'm going to go to my Finder and I'm going to look for one of those posts that I was working on earlier. It's telling me if I want to save the information there. I don't want to save anything. I'm just going to let it load. So now it's fully loaded. And okay, let me just add some elements here to show you what that function is for. So I'm adding a heading and I'm going to add, okay, that's basically, I'm just going to add a heading. So I come over to my hamburger menu and user preferences, editing handles. It says show editing handles when hovering over the element edit button. Right now, if I just touch this segment, I have 3 buttons or 3 options for it. I have add section, I have edit section, and I have delete section. If I touch the add section, it's going to add another section and I can add obviously another element. Let me just add something else. I can add an image. So again, let me just delete this one. So these are the 3 things that I can do with that section. By enabling under user preferences, by enabling this, it was going to bring me up another option, 1 or 2 other options for that section or for the element. So I'm just going to edit that. I'm going to enable it. And here I see now I have duplicate. So that means that if I touch that, I can definitely duplicate that. You could also duplicate it another way. Let me just go ahead and delete one here. So by going to the element itself, by going to the element, I can just come and right click and select duplicate and it will duplicate it. So, you know, whichever one is easier for you, you can go ahead and use it. I'm just showing you what the settings are underneath the hamburger menu. So I was under settings and then I have another one, which is enable light box in editor. So let me just create something that has some images so that I can show you what it looks like. To see, I'm just going to use this basic gallery. So I'm adding this gallery here and I'm just going to add some images here. It says no images selected. I'm going to hit the plus sign and I am going to add a gallery. Let me just choose some images here. Let me see what else I can choose. Let me just choose. Okay, that's going to be my gallery. Create a new gallery and insert gallery. All right, so I have a gallery of images. If I go back to the hamburger menu under user preferences and I enable lightbox in editor, it means that when I touch one of these images, it's going to open up a light box. So you will decide if you want to use that or not. I touch this young man and it brings up this light box. If I come over to the hamburger menu, go under user preferences and disable it and touch the same young man, it is not going to open up that light box. So you will decide if that's something that you want. Again, it's under the hamburger menu, under user preferences, under enable light box or beside enable light box in editor. If you enable it, whenever you have images or images inside a gallery and you touch it, it's going to open up that image in a light box. So you will decide whether or not you want to use that feature. I am going to leave it as is, disable. I am not going to enable it. So let me just continue under the hamburger menus. We're just looking on the settings here. Under the hamburger menu, I believe I have covered what was under preferences. So I'm going to come to theme builder. Actually, theme builder is something that I'm not going to be able to use because I will have to go pro. So basically, is a place where I can create a full site. That's what it says. Theme builder is the industry leading all-in-one solution that lets you customize every part of your WordPress theme visually, header, the footer, the single archive, and WooCommerce. But as you can see, all of them have the padlock, and it's telling me to go pro. If I come over to single page, it has a padlock. If I come over to search results, it has a padlock. So it is definitely a feature that is only used inside inside of the pro version. So let me just go ahead and exit out from here. I'm not going to go to the pro version. I'm just going to go back here, and I'm just trying to get back to the main menu where I was earlier. Okay, so I am back, and I'm going back to my hamburger menu, and I'm going to go to site settings. We're going to cover some of the features here. We have design system, we have theme style, and we have settings. Let me show you what's under design system. So under design system, I have global colors and global fonts. If I go to global colors, I see those are the full colors that I have on my Elementor. I can change that. If you recall on a previous video, I did told you that you could come over to websites like colors.co and come over to the Explore tab. And from the Explore tab, you will get a lot of color palettes. Let's say, for example, I wanted to use the colors from whichever one here is just for training purposes. Let's say I wanted to use this. Well, let's go with this one here. What it copied it. What I can do is just touch here and select open in the generator. And in the meanwhile it does that, let me just come back over here and explain what this is. So let's say if I added an element, I'm going to exit out from here. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to add a heading. So it adds a heading, and the color of the heading is light blue. So by coming over to site settings, I will see that I have 4 colors: a primary, secondary, text, and accent. Now you can enter as much as you want colors here, and when you are creating your pages or posts, you can easily choose or select the element that you want, and you can choose that it be the color that you have, any one of the colors you have under the global colors. So without making any changes, I'm going to change this global color. Obviously, I can just come to the color and go to the style and, just change it here. But perhaps I will select a green, and it wasn't that green. It was probably another code. So what I can do to avoid that is touch, I will select the element, and under the properties, I come to style, and under the style where it says text color, I will select the global option, which is the same one that you're seeing here. Settings, global colors. It has, the globe. So let's say I want this code here. As you can see, number 61CE70. And I'm not sure if this green that I selected was exactly that one. Let's see what it is. I come over to the element, and let me see. Nope, it's not it. It's similar, but it's not exactly the one that I had outside there. So if I come to custom, it's going to give me the global colors that I had. And here I can easily then select the color that I wanted. If I don't want that one, I can select whichever one I wanted. So coming back to the color palettes here, with these colors here, I can add them to my global palettes. So for example, this one, I'm going to copy this one. It says copy to clipboard, and I'm coming over here, hamburger menu, site settings, global colors, add color, and I'm going to add a new color. I'm going to call it new color. Oh, what's the name of that color actually? It says Tiffany blue. So let's just put that color, Tiffany blue. And I'm just going to paste the hex code there and update. Let me just select another one. I come over here and let's put this orange peel. I'm just going to come here, copy hex, come back over to my settings, add a color and orange, what it was, orange something, I forgot about it already. Orange peel, and color. I'm just going to come here and paste that color, update. So again, I'm going to go back out and I am going to enter some text. So let's say I wanted this text to have one of these colors. Again, I can actually come in, I can touch the element and come to style and manually try to find a color, which is going to be a little difficult. If I knew which was the, what was the code, I could easily put it there. But let's say I don't remember what the code is. Well, it's easier to just come over, instead of selecting the color, I will come to my global colors, touch that globe, and just select the color I want, orange peel. There you go. And I want to add another, let's work with this title I have here. I come over to the touch it comes to the styling, and from there I just select the global color and I put Tiffany blue. So that is an easy way to just add a bunch of colors. You get the idea. You can come over here to colors.co, or you can go to the Canva website I told you earlier too. Canva color palette, and you can select colors from the Canva code generator, or just look up on Google for color palettes, and you have multiple color palettes that you can explore and just take the colors that you want. You have at least 99 pages here. I think it's pretty much a good amount of colors you can use to add to your elemental. And when you enter elements, you can just quickly select that color. The same thing works if you consider the other option, which is under the settings. Again, I'm here. I'm going to my hamburger menu, site settings. I talk about global colors. The same thing works with global fonts. Let's say, for example, and remember, I did talk about this website where you could find fonts that match and appear. So you can select any amount of fonts. You know, usually you probably just want to select 2 or 3 fonts for your website. You don't want to have a mess, or you don't want to have a festival of fonts. But you know, you can select whichever amount of fonts you want from there. Just make sure that the fonts are you know, approved by, or that are free to use. You can watch the video somewhere here talks about that. Actually, so I can select the fonts. I can add fonts here. My primary font, let me just add a font here. I'm going to add a font right up front. So I believe this new font, let me just go ahead and delete this. I may have done that before. I'm going to delete that font here, as well as I can come here on the global colors and I can delete those colors. You see it has a little trash can. I can just touch that, boom, boom, and it deletes the colors there. All right, so coming back over this card, coming back over to the hamburger menu, site settings, global fonts. I'm just going to add, oh, it's still there because I have not updated it yet. So let me just go ahead and delete, and update. So now it should be gone. Let's prove that it's gone. Global fonts, and it's not there any longer. So I'm going to add a new font here, and let's just edit that font and select something weird, or one of these fonts that, you know, is probably a pretty weird, so that you can see how you can modify the fonts as you wish. So I'm just trying to select anything here. Just trying to look up something weird. Okay. Let's just select. Let's just select this one, Black Hand Sense, and let me just select a size for this. So it's going to be 30, and weight is going to be 900, and style is going to be italic. So there's a couple of settings, and I did not put a name on it. Let me just put a name. That's the default name. New font. Okay, that's going to be the new font name. So again, this text that is here, back to editor, this text that is here, the title, by default, when I add a title, is going to put, most likely going to put it on the primary font, but I can easily come here to the style. I selected the heading, I come to style, and under style, I go to text, to typography, and I'm not going to choose manually the one I want. I'm going to go to my global fonts, and you see it has a new font there with the features I put for it. So that will be an easy way to select a font. Let me just select another one, or even if I'm not happy with this one. So if I'm not happy with this one, what I can do, I come back over here to my hamburger menu, go to site settings, and come down here to global fonts. Let's say I don't like the way it looks, or I want it to be a different color. I come to, well, not the color, because I already selected, I already covered the part of the global color. This is for fonts. Let's say I don't want that font, I want another one. And I can say that that one is going to be this one, Aclonica, and the size is going to be 45, and the weight is going to be 400 or 100, or let me see, whatever suits me, 600. And style, I want it to be normal, and that's it. Decoration, underline, let me see what it, no, that doesn't work for it. Okay, so that's fine. I'm just gonna hit update here, and it's gonna update that font. So whenever I enter a text, let's say for example, I enter another heading there, it comes up by default with the primary, but I can just touch it again. I come to style, I come to text, typography, primary, new font, doesn't want to enter, and there you go. So that is the reason that these global settings are there for site settings, the globals, the global colors and the global font. So there are other settings here. You can go through them. Like for example, this one, theme style, you can change the typography, and have a couple of options there, buttons, images, font, fields, and so on. Like settings, you can change the name of your website, you can change the logo of your website, you can have a background for all the pages if you want, and so on, so on. Layout, you can change the layout. So those are basically the settings that you can find underneath the hamburger menu. Again, on this video, what we did, I talk about the settings underneath the hamburger menu, or some of the settings underneath the hamburger menu, what it was: exit to dashboard, view page finder, and the user preferences. Then the theme builder, which we cannot use because I don't have Elementor Pro on this website, and the site settings. Basically, I did talk about the global colors and the global fonts, but you can also do other changes to your site by by coming into this section. So that's really all there is to it on this video. I hope this video has been informative, and if you believe it has, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I will greatly appreciate that, and I will definitely continue posting more videos of Elementor. Until then, have a wonderful day.